Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today it's Dam Angles 101. Let's get into it, man. Dam is a map with some crazy ass angles, dude. Let me tell you. There's pipes everywhere and there's low cover everywhere, which means you can do all this aiming over cover stuff where you shoot through walls and shit. And it's incredible, but it's also really annoying to play against sometimes. So let's start off with the first hill, usually at the boom shot or grenades. Let's start here with the boom shot, or the drop shot in this case. This area is pretty difficult to defend if you are obviously playing by yourself, but also do not have any map control or map knowledge. So, imagine the hill is right here, I'm kicking the hill, right? Or you have to defend this position on escalation or even execution or whatever, right? Dodgeball, TDM, you name it. There's three positions people can come from, okay? From the main spawn that I just came from, the other main spawn, or at the sniper / incendiary spawns, right? So it's that way, and this way. One thing I see people always do is they will sit in this corner right here and they'll just wait and wait. And even though people are running up from there or from the other side, they will not shoot. But what you guys keep forgetting is that you can actually aim through the wall and cross down. And if somebody pushes up the boom shot, this happens a lot at the beginning of the game. Someone will run up to the grates right here and try to shoot anyone who's picking up boom shot. When you're in this cover and you pull out your shotgun, you can actually hit whoever is waiting. It might not seem like a lot of damage, but 2-3 shots can definitely kill somebody. Another thing you guys gotta remember is that you can aim through this middle pillar right here and shoot at anybody coming towards you. So instead of waiting at this corner when people are running into the hill or into this area, you can sit back here and just wait on them to come around. That way you're in cover and they can't shoot you back. Obviously, if you have to fight against something like this, you have to recognize it, and instead of running to one on each side, you want to run in the middle. So if an enemy is on that side of the cover and they're aiming through it, I want to run towards this side, make him believe I'm going this direction, and then right at the end, turn around and pop him in the back, if possible. Okay? Now this is just one little area. You can apply this tactic to everywhere on this spot, like right here with the sandbags. You can just wait until people show up, stay in cover. Instead of aiming like this where you expose yourself to gunfire in front of you, you can aim backwards. So that means I'm looking over there and then holding the left trigger and aiming over cover. As you can see, my character is basically twisting himself, and this can help you survive a few more bullets. Remember guys, it's at the highest level, it's very important you abuse every single bit of cover you can get. Alright, so I'll show you guys a little trick here with the drop shot. When you sit in this cover right here, obviously you can shoot right through, right? With pistols and stuff and snipers and lancers, you can shoot right through the cover by aiming over the wall and aiming past the cover. But many don't know this, but with the drop shot it's kind of the same thing. Even if your gun is pointing at the wall, as long as the area underneath the crosshair is clear, you can just shoot right through. So somebody's sitting at the other side of cover, boom, done. Right? You don't have to worry about like having to point yourself out and being, you know, getting shot by snipers or MBAR. You can actually aim right through the cover as long as the bottom half is clear. Let's move over to the sniper area. This one is another one of these like particular angles, and there's two things I want to give to you guys, particularly on this map, but it works on any map, is that when you're finding a position to cross from or to give support from, it's always good to remember to pick a position where you can get shot the least and do the most damage. This is one of those positions where you can get crossed from the middle very easily and you will have nowhere to go in case people are running up from this side. So imagine for a second there's a couple enemies coming from this direction, right? Either that's the barrier over there or from the incendiaries, and you're sitting right here and you're crossing. You have to keep in mind that while you're shooting them, the rest of the team is probably coming up from the middle or from the other side. If your team does a horrible job at keeping those guys back, you have to watch both positions at the same time. So while you're shooting, you have to look back and forth while reloading to see whether or not people are coming for you. If they're coming for you, instantly start moving to a different position. So you're like your plan B in case, you know, you're gonna get crossed. Because you're in a very strong position right here. You can cover the sandbags, you can cover the incendiary, and you can cover the side by ducking down so you can't get crossed from that end. You can cover the middle. That's one person covering 3 positions already, right? Multiply that by 5 people, and you have a impenetrable defense. Never gonna happen when playing by yourself, but that's the ideal that you want to aim for. So that's one position. Obviously the same goes for the other side. This is a good spot too to cover the middle. So in case you're back here, you're covering the left and the middle and left side of your respected side, right? You can also cross the middle. And it's imperative you bring out the most out of your position, right? So really look around and see how far you can actually see people. Because if you can spot the enemy team coming from my main spawn in this case, then you can tell your teammates, or you can spot them so that the player who's potentially sitting there can see the spot through the wall and move, or, you know, take care of that person if they can. That's what I give. That's the lesson I want to give to you guys in this video. Besides all the crossing, of course. This is a position that happens a lot too. People will come up from this side. My advice here is to kind of sit at an elevated spot and land one shot first before you start doing like an up A or a back A or shooting from the side. Why? Because if you happen to miss this first shot and the guy is wall bouncing like crazy, right? He will come in front of you and he will up A you instantly and you're screwed. If you're too far away from an insta-gib on the corner, then you might still live a shot. And you guys are both, you know, equally damaged. So it's kind of a coin toss at that point. This is a good spot too to wait, right? You just wait. People come from the spawn. Boom, hit one shot, flip the angle, and shoot him again to get it down. Same thing on the other end. Now here is one of the cars. People underestimate how strong these cars are. If you know how to use the angle system, you can aim straight down with your shotgun and pop anybody that's coming up to you. And if no one crosses you, it's one of the most powerhouse spots in the game on any map. Is being able to aim straight down and hit anybody coming towards you. The front of the truck isn't really effective. You can't do that much damage, especially with a shotgun. Most of your pellets will go into the truck. But on the sides right here, which is really the only ones that are important, that's when the damage really comes through. Now, needless to say, the aiming through cover thing could be applied to every one of these pillars or pipes, cylinders, whatever you want to call them. You just have to figure this out for yourself and kind of just assess the situation and see what's necessary, right? As always, make sure you keep cover on every part of the map. Always keep checking the TACCOM and look at where your enemies or your teammates are facing. Because if they're all facing this way, like the character's actually looking this way, chances are no one knows what the hell is going on that side. And you want to be able to be that player that fills any spot at every given time, any point in the game. It's important. Okay? Here's another angle onto the boom shot. Just in case you have to cross from there. This one's very useful if someone is capturing the home hill on escalation, for example. And you can't expose yourself. Or you're pushing the enemy hill, of course, and they're camping right there. It's all about these angles, guys, that you have to get used to. As you can see at the top, we're closing in on, I believe, 10 minutes. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed another episode of Angles 101. Let me know what you think of the map Dam down below. It's one of the OG maps in Gears 4. One of the better ones, in my opinion. And yeah, man, that's all I got to say. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, peace out. Bye-bye.